See if I can make my screens bigger. My screen's too small. There we go. That's bigger. Hello, 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 hello. How are you today? Mm-hmm. Good. All right. Now I should be in control. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Oh, excuse me. That was a big sneeze. All right. Welcome. How's everybody doing? Again, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you and your friends and whoever else is here. How you doing? What's your name? Where are you? Where are you watching? What city? Good morning. Somebody says good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Oh man, I took a shower and I was dying of thirst. I already drank 700 calories. This is terrible. 700 calories in like 10 minutes. That's terrible. This is bad. I should stop drinking this. It's so good. It's just a soda, but it's so good. This soda is actually less calories, so I should be drinking this soda. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome everybody. So say hi where you are. I want to know. David Tracy says, "Howdy." Hi David, how you doing? Good to see you. David, where are you from? What city are you in? Where are you from? Let me know. You can try Great Northern mango flavor, very low cal. But is it an Italian? I love Italian sodas. This is an Italian soda. This is an Italian soda. It's the Italian soda that I love. It's different. Something special about Italian sodas. They're so good. Daniel, hi, Coach Shane. I'm Daniel from Argentina. Hello, Daniel. Argentina. That's cool. I have, I think, just 3 students from Argentina. Not enough. David Tracy is in America Samoa. Wow, that's cool. I know a lady who's from Samoa. She lives in Canada. She's very nice. Her English is so, but her French is perfect. Virginia. Virginia's in the house. China. Glasgow. What time is it in Glasgow right now? We are all over the world. Isn't it cool? I like Izzy soda. I've never had that Sakura. China, from China. Welcome everybody. Uh Deets. I've never had Deets. Perth, Australia. I love it. We are literally all over the world. Very cool. Renzo says, "Hello coach. I'm Renzo Patrick from Brazil." Obrigado. Welcome. Antonio Gomez. Hi Antonio, where are you from? What country or what city? Wuhan, China's in the house. USA, where in the USA? That's great. Canada, where in Canada? Australia, near Washington, D.C., in New York. Hello, welcome. It is China. Great. Yes. So, yeah, we're around the world. My name is Coach Shane. This isn't really a lesson. I'm just here to answer questions. I'm an English coach. I teach, my specialty is English listening and English speaking. Those are my specialties. So if you have questions about English, then I want you to ask. Do you happen to know someone by the name of D's Nuts? No, I don't. Uh, boy, that's old, David. That's an old one. All right, give me some questions. Have you ever been to a European country? I've never been to a European country. I've been to Asian countries. I've been to Mexico and Canada. Uh, and I want to go to Ireland and the UK. I want to go to, I want to go to Russia too. Big fan since 2017. Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you very much. So, yeah, ask me questions and I'll do my best to answer them. That is my job today. I'm here to help you with your English. Yeah, hopefully I'll be going to China this year. I'm hoping it'll be in October. Tokyo. I've been to Tokyo. I've been to Tokyo and I've been to Osaka. Mm. Yeah, today I'm early. What time? I never sleep. People ask me what time I get up. I never sleep. I have 2 little boys. I cannot sleep. It's impossible to sleep. Somebody's asked the question, "What's the lesson about?" I said, "It's not a lesson. I'm answering questions. Give me a question." So here's a question. How to speak like a native speaker. How old are you? First of all, give me that answer. How old are you? Daniel says it's been a long time since my last live. I know it has. David says I first learned from you in 2015. That's outstanding. That's cool. That makes me happy. So the person who asked how to speak like a native speaker, how old are you? Oh, I got to go back. Uh, I've never been to Australia. Am I a foreigner? Not where I live. That was KK. So KK is how old? KK is how old? 23. Okay, so I'm assuming you're done with college. I don't know your pronunciation, but I would guess it's too late. Not necessarily too late, but once you crack 20 years old to be able to speak like a native speaker is, gosh, it's almost impossible. It's really tough. It's not easy. It's very tough because there's so much to learn. Obviously, the pronunciation, the grammar, that has to be perfect. If you want to be a native speaker, your pronunciation has to be perfect and your grammar has to be perfect. So if you're already over 20 years old, that's not easy. It's just not easy. It's just not. If you're 5 years old or 10 years old, it's absolutely possible. But if you're over 20, it's really tough, very difficult. So what you can do is number one, work on your pronunciation. Make your pronunciation as good as you can. How do you do that? You have to get a coach. You have to have somebody listen to you and fix your pronunciation. You have to do that. It's a personal thing. It's a personal thing. Okay. Um, so you got to fix your pronunciation first. And then if you want to sound like a native speaker, you have to fix your grammar. Your spoken grammar needs to be as perfect as possible. How do you do that? Well, RSM is something that I teach in my classes, and that's really essential for fixing spoken grammar. RSM. I got it on my board back here. RSM. RSM. R means repeat. S means shadow. M means mimic. That's essential for fixing your grammar. Of course, again, you need a coach. And then number 3, you need the environment to speak English. You have to have an environment to speak English. He's talking about a native speaker. Some guy says, I'm 35, a postdoc in the USA, never too late. Absolutely never too late. Absolutely never too late. But he said to speak like a native speaker, after the age of 20, almost impossible. Yeah. I spoke native Korean, but I started at 18 and I worked hard. I worked really hard. I devoted all my time to the Korean language. So it's definitely possible. But for most people, they don't have the time or the desire. So I don't know you. I don't know you. That's just in generality. So you got to fix your pronunciation. You got to fix your spoken grammar. They need to be perfect. And then you need that environment to speak English freely in many different situations. And I do that with my classes. So it's possible, but it's going to take a lot of work, KK. It's going to take a lot of work. More questions. Hi from Russia. Please never visit Russia, says Garlic. But I want to. Yeah. Maybe not now. Yovax, I have problems with my listening. It's really hard for me. Um, So your listening skill, believe it or not, your listening skills are tied to your pronunciation. And what I like to tell my students, if you can say it like an American or British or Australian or whatever, French person or Indian person, if you can say it like that person, then you'll be able to hear it. What that means is you need to work on your pronunciation. That's the key. That's a really, really important part. Number two, you need to understand the subject. So if you're an engineer and somebody's talking about finance, that's going to be really difficult probably for you to understand. But if you're an engineer, if you're a mechanical engineer and somebody's talking about designing some sort of equipment, that's going to be much easier for you. So you need to be listening to things that you are skilled in, that you're trained in. That's how you build. You build your confidence in that area, and then you expand into other areas. That's my recommendation to build your listening skills. Of course, that's what I teach. So you can watch my free videos, my daily dictation videos. Millions of people have watched those videos. Check those out. And of course, join my classes. You can do that too. Um, let's see. Juan Carlos. Learn now English. This is a great English teacher, everybody. Juan Carlos. He's a great teacher. Hey, coach, just stopping by to say thank you for your work. Hi, Juan. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Dave, with all due respect, you look like a Republican. LOL. Are you? Am I a Republican? Boy. Yeah. I would. I am registered as a Republican. I don't know if I'm extreme Republican, but I am registered as a Republican, not as a Democrat. I'm not always a Republican, though. I would say that. Uh, but nowadays it seems like I am. How many languages can you speak? So I'm obviously fluent in English, and my other language is Korean. 한국말 할 줄 아시는 분 계십니까? 있어요? 없어요? 있어요? 없어요? 저는 한국말 좀 잘해. 옛날에 대빵 잘했어. 지금 한 10년 동안 안 했으니까 잘 못하지만 그래도 잘하긴 잘해. Yeah. So that's my Korean. So I'm fluent in Korean. I need to study another language. I should be studying French, Russian, Portuguese, and Chinese. Those are the languages that I should be studying. I really should be. I am 7 says, I'm coming. You're here. Tony says, how to identify the pronunciation of ears with years? That's a great question. I'll write that down. Hold on a second. I like that question. Yeah. Ears. Is that backwards? Is that backwards? Let's see if I can flip the screen. I think I can't anymore. And I'm not going to write backwards. So I apologize. It's all backwards for everybody. I wish I could flip the screen. It's useless. Anyway, ears and years. So ears is actually easy for most people. I'm using multiple screens. I can't do it. I want to, Esther, but I'm using too many screens right now, so I can't. Anyway, ears is easy for most people. Ears, ears, ears. The tricky one is years with that Y. So what I tell people, what you need to do is the word before years, link it in. Link it in. So 5 years, 6 years. I need more years. How many years? Whatever you're saying, many years, more years, 6 years, 5 years. Put it together with the word years, years, and it's going to sound fine. Link it together, put it together, mash it together, connect it, and it's going to sound fine. Ears, generally no problem. Years is the tough one, and that's where you have to flip it. Yeah, so so for some of you who are watching, I can flip it. Oh shit. I don't know how to flip it. I can flip it like this, and I can do that, and now you can see the screen. For some of you, you can see the screen, but then I can't see your comments. So this is a mess. They need to figure this stuff out. For people like me who do a lot of streaming, they need to figure they need to figure this stuff out. These AI companies. Anyway, um, moving along here. More questions. I'm looking for more questions. Yeah, I can't reverse the screen. Can I reverse the Well, then if I reverse that screen, then I won't be able to read it when I'm writing. So it's a lost cause. Anyway, let's see. I've been learning English by myself since 2018, and your daily easy English expressions are always useful. Thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you. Oh, to my Muslim friends, is this right? Ramadan Kareem. Is that correct? Am I saying it correctly? Am I saying it correctly? Ramadan Kareem. I think I'm saying that right. No, it's not a recorded video. It's live. It's absolutely live. Anita or Anila? What does that say? My eyes are so bad. Anlia. It's live. Yeah, this is a live show, everybody. Hi, I'm Japanese. I'm glad to see you. Hello. How are you? Welcome. Are you using OBS? I use OBS, but not right now. I'm using a Studio Pro. It's different. It's different. Oh, somebody wrote in Korean. 무슨 일을 합니까? 영어 대답해 주세요. I teach English. I teach English. Why did you write it in Korean and tell me to answer in English? Don't forget your magic words. The more you practice, the better you'll be. That's not true. The more you practice, for some people, the worse you'll be. When you guys are practicing, everybody, this is so important. Practice makes perfect. No, that's really wrong because you can practice something and be wrong and be really, 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 really wrong. So what I like to say is perfect practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Make sure you practice the correct thing, the correct pronunciation, the correct sentence, the correct style, the correct grammar, the correct vocabulary. Not just practice anything. Not just practice anything. Got to be very careful. David says Trump or Biden? Who are you going to pick? So it's not a secret. I'm not a fan of Biden. I'm not a fan of Biden. Does that mean I'll pick Trump? No, it doesn't. If it's between Biden and Trump, then yes. But I'm not a fan of Biden. That's the end of my political statements. I'm not a fan of Joe. Slow Joe. Old Joe. One of the strangest ways to learn English is that I see some people translating the dialogues of Muslim prayers, such as, yeah, that's okay. I think as long as translating prayers, songs, movies, that's a way to learn English. The problem is people usually don't speak like that. Like if you translate a song or if you translate a prayer, or even if you take a movie transcript, people generally don't talk like that in real situations. So it's fun. It's a fun way to learn English. And for some people, it might help them remember, right? But regarding practical English, it's not really that beneficial unless you're a priest or an imam or a priest or a singer, right? My question is translating dialogues into foreign languages as useful as the previous example. Dialogues are much better. And to be honest, let's say I don't know where you're from. Let's say you're from Egypt. And Egypt people or China. And Chinese people are having a conversation. Egyptian people are having a conversation. The way you have a conversation in your language, the style, the grammar, the feeling might be really different compared to the way you have the same conversation in English. So if you got a 25-year-old guy talking to a 65-year-old grandpa and they're talking to each other, that dialogue in Korean is going to sound very different than the way it would sound in English. So if you want to study English and you want to study real English, don't be translating. Don't be translating. Get English dialogues. Get English stuff. There's plenty of English stuff out there. If you want to study Chinese, or if you want to study Korean, or if you want to study Arabic, don't take your native language and then translate it to Arabic. It's it's probably different, right? Take Arabic stuff, take Korean stuff, take Chinese stuff and study that. Go to the source. That's the beauty of the internet. We have the internet, right? And we can get things from around the world, fresh, new, audio, video, text. And with AI, we can translate everything. It's so great. It's so wonderful. It's very good. Leonardo Danash, have a great night. Yeah, we got night, morning, everything right now. Coach Shane, will you teach academic writing? No, and I did. I taught academic writing and writing in general, business writing. I taught that until last year. Then I transferred it to a friend of mine, Dave. He's a writer. He writes in New York. He's a professional writer. And then Dave taught it until December. And then Dave said, there's no use. Use AI. Use AI. That's what Dave said. Dave's a writer. What Dave meant was, if you have to write something, maybe it's a report, a presentation, a speech, a story, an introduction, a review. If you have to write anything, write it and then use AI to check it. And then use AI to make it better. You can do that. The AI continues to evolve. It's getting better and better. And for writing purposes, use AI. It's not going to help for your listening and your speaking. Still a long way away from that. But for writing, it's great. The free AI services, they're okay. But the paid ones, the new ones, once again, GPT 4.0 is excellent. It's really, really excellent for that purpose. Can you speak Chinese? 关注, 点赞, like and follow. 新年快乐, 恭喜发财. I know some expressions in Chinese. Korean is my language. I need to learn more. Bum bum. More questions. Thanks for your help. Absolutely. Yeah, Ramadan Kareem is a fast that was in the law of the previous prophets. Good. Cool. Have a great life. Thank you, Leonardo. I'm from Brazil. Thank you so much. Welcome. We're all over the world. What jobs can English majors find? I don't know. Why did you major in English? That's my question. If you're an English major, obviously English teaching is one thing you might do. Maybe translation, not so hot. Interpretation might be very good. If I were an English major and you like business, you should get into sales and marketing, advertising. These would be great areas. Sales, marketing, advertising, international business as an English major. That would be pretty good. Communications for your company, speech writer. Those are some good areas if you're an English major. I recommend that. I coach. Oleg says, I learned from DDM about dollar stores. In your Coach Shane personal environment, do you really cannot get fresh fruit out of? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Oleg. So, from my house to the nearest supermarket, for me, I have to drive at least 10 minutes. I have to drive 10 minutes. That's the closest supermarket to me. I'm in the country. And yeah, we have several grocery stores where we can get fresh produce. There are dollar stores where I live too, and they don't have any fresh produce, Oleg. None. Using AI, we can put you, Mr. Shane, speaking in any language like Portuguese. Yeah, I know. It's really cool. So on computer, online, right? Face to face, no, but online. Business English. It's so near to your supermarket. Yeah, I like being in the country. Uh, People are asking about business English. There's no such thing as business English, right? Don't you agree? Do you understand what I mean? Um, if you're a business person, what do you do? Can you put it in the chat room? If you're a business person, what's your job in the chat room? Put it right now. If you're a business person, what is your job? I love the country environment, Sylvia. International supply chain, great. So logistics, Jimmy, is that okay to say logistics? Put in the chat room, people. Of course, making a profit, but what's your job? Do you own a company? Are you a CEO? Okay, so Jimmy's in logistics, mechanical engineer. Are you a CEO? Accountant. Good. Give me your jobs. Accountant. So let me ask this. A guy who does logistics, like Jimmy, and a person who does international sales, and an accountant, three business people, right? Accountant, sales, logistics. Do they talk to each other during the day? Do they communicate with each other? If it's a big company, no, not at all. If it's a small company, sure. But it's a big company, no. What they do is very focused and very specialized. They do their stuff, their job, their professional work in their area. And they're very different. The words an accountant uses, the problems an accountant solves, the way an accountant looks at business is very different from the way a logistics guy looks at it and the way international salesperson looks at it. They're very different things. So, what's business English? There's no English teacher that can teach logistics, human resources, sourcing, logistics. Well, it's different. Accounting, finance. There's nobody who can do that. Like at a hospital, there's a I mean, if you're a doctor, if you're a heart surgeon, or if you're a children's doctor, a pediatrician, the language you use, the language you learn, things you look at, things you study, diseases you look at, diseases you study, the way you talk to your patients, completely different. There's no business English. There's no doctor English. There's no lawyer English. There's no engineering English. There's English. Now, as an engineer, you have your professional vocabulary. As a doctor or a nurse, you have your professional vocabulary. As a business person, marketing, you have your professional, that's right, professional language. That's up to you. No English teacher can teach you that. Okay? I have an MBA. I'm not qualified to teach logistics English or finance English, even accounting English. I wouldn't want to do it. Can you see me talking? Yes, I can. So when it comes to business English or any of that, there is no such thing. There's English, and that's what I teach. My focus is for professionals, right? People who have studied English in elementary school, middle school, high school, college. They're done studying English. They've studied English. Now they're done. Now they're working or they're looking for a job or they're hoping to get a job, but they need English. That's where I come in. I'm the person that will help you master your communication skills, speaking and listening. That's my focus. And with AI, writing, reading comprehension, translation, AI does it for you. It's a great time. Half of your English problems have disappeared thanks to AI. You should be so happy. Now, the important two, the face to face, human contact, human relationship building. That's all you need to do. What's a job interview? What's a job interview? A job interview is a face-to-face chance for you to make that connection. Okay? Test scores don't matter. If you have a job interview, you are qualified for the job. Now the company wants to know, do we like you? So now you have to sell yourself. And if it's an English interview, you have to sell yourself in English. It's a personal communication. It's communication skills. That's what I teach. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, everybody? I hope so. Whew, that was a lot. People told me my English good, but I still have low confidence when it comes to speaking. Mars Kim says that. Yeah, confidence is really important. People worry, "Oh, is my pronunciation okay? Is my grammar okay? Is my vocabulary okay? Is my volume okay? Oh, I said something and they're smiling. Are they laughing at me? Oh my god, are they do they think I'm stupid? Do they understand what I mean? What if I say the wrong thing? Oh no, what if I don't what if worry, worry, worry. Terrible. Really, really bad. Don't do that. You got to stop. That's my job as an English coach. I create these English environments where you can speak. And then we listen to you. Me, my coaches, my team, we listen to you. And then we tell you, that was good. Oh, this is not good. You need to fix this. Oh, that was great. You have to have this environment where somebody, an outsider, a professional, listens to you, listens to your speaking, watches you if you make a video, watches your video, and then tells you exactly what was good and what was wrong. This is how you build your confidence. And it works. And we do that. We do that. I have an English camp in China, super popular. The English camp in China is huge. I have my DDM courses and my perf courses, excellent classes, super popular. And of course, we will have English camp for the West too. Right now, it's just in China, but we're going to open up an English camp for other country people too, and that'll be great. That'll be great. Let's see here. I like watching TV dramas. Two Broke Girls. It's very funny. Yeah, that's super. Um, Watching TV shows, listening to music, watching movies in English is excellent. It's a great way to enjoy the language. Um, I have two things to say, though. Number one, if you're going to study a TV show, make sure you choose a TV show that relates to you. Okay? So I don't know the show Two Broke Girls, but let's say there's a TV show. Um, what's a popular TV show? Well, I just had where is it? Modern Family. Modern Family. Some people know Modern Family. Law and Order, exactly. Law and Order. Are you a lawyer, a judge? Perfect. Great show to watch. Modern Family. Probably not very useful for you unless you marry an American and have children in America. Then it's a great show. Modern Family is a great show. It's funny. It's interesting. It's very cute. It's very funny, but it's not practical for you. The English that they use is not very usable for you, right? So, exactly. Seinfeld is great. I would say for beginners, we'll talk about Seinfeld later. I would say for beginners, the best actually is Friends, because we all have friends. And the goal of speaking English is to make friends, business friends, lifelong friends, hobby friends, international friends. The goal is to make friends. That's why Friends is a great show to study, to actually study. If you study Friends, don't use subtitles. No English subtitles, no Chinese, no Portuguese, no Russian, no subtitles. Only listening. Big Bang Theory, great for entertainment. Uh, if you're a physicist, great show. If you're not a physicist, uh, it's a fun show. Okay, so it's different. Kramer's crazy. Yeah, Supernatural. Once again, Supernatural is a great show, but the conversations that they have in Supernatural are not practical. They're not. I hate to say it. I'm sorry to say it, but they're not really useful. That's why I don't recommend movies. Movies are too dramatic. It's 2 hours of some amazing drama that's not daily. Friends is not no. Alejandro says Friends is not necessarily beginners to me. Alejandro, for American TV shows, believe it or not, Friends is the easiest. You need some guidance. And this is what I do in camp. I guide you with friends. I guide you along. I make it so you can get it. If you focus on Friends for just one season, 24 shows, your English listening explodes, but no subtitles. If you study with me and study Friends for one season, after one season, your English will be so good. Your improvement will be amazing. That's just the beginning, though. Okay, there's a whole nother world of English out there. And the next level is Seinfeld. Who mentioned Seinfeld? Leonardo. That's the next level of English. Trust me, that's the way it works. This is my job. I've been doing this since 1986. Can you believe that? Teaching English for 38 years? Isn't that crazy? Look at me. I look so young. And yet 38 years of teaching English. Office is great. Office is crazy. Office is fun, though. Brooklyn, yeah, there are lots of great shows. Hey, Coach Paul. How you doing, Coach Paul? Coach Paul is one of my coaches. No, Friends, I don't. In VIP, we don't do Friends. Friends is for beginners. So we do Friends in camp. Not in VIP. VIP is for serious people, for tough people. Yeah, I'm not young. Coach Shane, could you please teach me how to use must and had better in negative questions? Are they common? Well, first of all, I'll say they're very common. You must, in negative situations, we'd say must not. You had better clean your room. You must clean. Had better is a warning, and must is a command. So, Helen, I'll say it again. Had better is usually a warning. WARNING. A warning. Since 1986, teaching English. And must has many meanings, but usually it's a command. COMMAND. Does that help, Helen? I hope that helps. Amari Fioramonte. Oh my God, I just killed your name. I'm so sorry. Good evening, Coach. You're the best. I'm not the best at reading your name. I apologize about that. All right. Let me go back here. Does reciting TED speeches help to improve oral English? Yes, if you give presentations. Most TED speakers are great speakers. So imitating their speaking style, not just the pronunciation, but the entire style. If you have to give presentations, it's a great way to do it. Yeah, personally, I don't like TED. I just don't like it. TED Talks. If there are 10 TED Talks, I like maybe one, and I don't like 9. But that doesn't mean that's just my opinion. They are actually really good for learning how to give a presentation. Friends is really more to do with physics content. Not Friends, you mean Big Bang Theory, right? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Every English teacher in Brazil always says, if you want to improve your listening, start watching Friends first. There you go. Every English teacher in Brazil says, if you want to improve your English listening, start watching Friends. Totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah, I agree. Friends is the basic. It's the beginning. It really is. It really is. And you can do it after 1 year, one season of Friends. Your English can be so good. It can be so good. And then you can go to other areas. And there, Seinfeld is the next step, actually. Doctor Who, great stuff. Not practical, but great. That's okay. Don't worry, Felix. How to make my presentation fluently. Uh, watch TED Talks. Talking about music, I need to say, music is fun, and music will help you with linking. So if your language doesn't have linking, music will teach you linking. Your name is Mail. Mail, where are you from? Mail. Where are you from? Shadowing. Yeah, I'll talk about shadowing. RSM. The R in RSM is repeat. The S in RSM is shadowing. And the M in RSM is mimic. So shadowing is actually uh, messy. It's not easy. For many students, it's not fun. However, it's really essential. There's a time in your English learning process where shadowing is extremely important. And this is why if you're in English camp, I tell you exactly how to do it. I need to know your level. I need to know where you are, not your level. I need to know where you are. Then I can tell you, you should do shadowing. And I can tell you how much shadowing you can do. Some people need to do a lot of shadowing. Some people need a little shadowing. Some things you should shadow and some things you shouldn't shadow. So there's an art to RSM. You don't just repeat anything, shadow anything, mimic anything. No, you don't do that. There's a way to do it, and I need to know where you are to give you the proper way. Anyway, shadowing is where you have the words, you have all the words, and even if you don't know what the words mean, what the grammar is, it doesn't matter. You say it with the person. So I'll give you one quick example. I can't because this is going out on other platforms. There's a song, for example. I'll do it without volume. So Coach Shane is going to sing a song in Spanish if I can find it. Where is it? I know it's here. It's not. Yeah, it's in mix. Okay, I got it here. There we go. Hold on a second. Oh, for Christ's sake. Details. There we go. I think it's Maluma. Do you guys know Maluma? Maluma and The Weeknd. This is a song called Hawaii. Hawaii. Does anybody know the song Hawaii? Hawaii. I'm telling you shadowing right now. I'm explaining shadowing. So shadowing is, for example, there's a song and you're listening to the song, or there's a TV show and you have the TV show and you have the script, and the script starts. Oh man, I can't, I don't know how to do this because copyright is a big issue. Let me find the Spanish. Okay, so here he goes. Uh, this is really difficult. I have to be careful with copyright, but let me try. This is the song starts playing. It's in Spanish. I want to learn Spanish. I don't know what they're saying, but I say it anyway. Here we go. Vente mañana, Hawaii de vacaciones, mis felicitaciones, muy lindo Instagram lo que posteas. Oh, yo vea cómo te va para que yo vea. Puede que no tenga falta na aparente na Hawaii de vacaciones, mis felicitaciones. So I start speaking, I start saying the words with the singer, and I never stop. I make a ton of mistakes, but I do this again and again and again and again, and eventually I can do it. I still don't know exactly what he's saying. I still don't know every vocabulary word. I don't worry about it. I just focus on shadowing, saying it with the singer. In this case, it's a song, saying it with the singer. Or if it's a sitcom, I got the script and the actor starts talking and I just start saying it with the actor. I don't worry about the meaning. I don't worry about the grammar. I don't worry about the pronunciation. I don't worry about anything. I just try to say it with the speaker. The whole thing. Once you start, you keep going. You don't stop. You keep going. This is shadowing. Shadowing is really important. It's really, really good. Did you guys listen to my Spanish? Any Spanish speakers here? Did you listen to me speaking Spanish? Was it horrible? Was it terrible? Yeah, it's like a listening. Yeah, I mean, shadowing is for building your listening skills and your speaking skills. Shadowing is for both listening and speaking skills. Despacito is a good song to practice Spanish. Right, Despacito. Personally, I like you have to do songs that you like. If you're going to do a song you like. Yeah, Despacito. Somebody else says Despacito. So for me, there I like I said, I there's a Chinese I want to learn Chinese. So I have a Chinese song that I practice. Do you guys want to hear me try it? Uh I'll give it a try. Let me see if I can find it. This is not the one. Is this it? Okay. All right, so I got to get into it. So this is a Chinese song that I've been working on. All right, the song is called "Love Confession," and I shadowed 1,000 times. So now I've got a lot of Chinese people watching right now. So you guys tell me, how did I do? So after I shadowed 1,000 times, this is my ability. Here we go. Everybody else, listen. Sanai Pan, Joan de Ka, Fei, Wu Shou Ye Bei, Pinchang Nin De, Mei, Liu Xiao Chun Yin Di Jie, Wu, Huan Den Bu Ge, Min Jin Chi Chou, Xie, Gao Bao Ji Chou, Feng Shen De De, Jie, Wei Xiao Zai Din Cheng Fei. Huh, huh. So I have no idea what he's saying, but I shadowed and I shadowed and I shadowed. And right now I'm looking at my Chinese people. They're saying, "Wow, so great. Ha ha ha. Good job. Good job. Bravo." I have no idea what he said, but if you want to master the language, don't worry shadowing. When you're shadowing, don't worry about the grammar, the vocabulary, anything. Just say it. Repeat over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. That's what you have to do at a certain level. Not all the times, sometimes. What is camp? I only know DDM. Yeah, so camp is really, really excellent. DDM and Perf. DDM is my listening class. Perf is my speaking class. They are hardcore. They're tough. They're intense. They're for serious people. Camp is basically beginning DDM and beginning perf. Camp is wonderful because it's live with me. When I do a camp lesson, it's live. So I give my lesson, I give my lecture, and then when you have questions, I can answer your questions and everything. It's fantastic. We give challenges, speaking challenges. We want you to make videos or MP3s at least so that you're speaking English. We give you very specific things to do. They're always short. They're always short, simple, and lots of them. So you can do one a day. You can do one a week. We don't care, but we want you to do them as much as possible. So my class is live, and we have other live classes too that you can attend and you can practice with my other coaches, and you can ask any questions that you have. Our goal in English camp is to get you started on the road to mastering English. It's so much fun. It's a really great class. Once again, the biggest benefit is it's live. Just like right now, we're having a live stream. Camp is also live. So that's cool. That's really, really cool. And I encourage you all to 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 join. Right now, we run the camp in China, and it's very successful. So many happy people. We're really excited, and I'll be bringing it to the U.S. Not to outside of China, to the Asian, to the non-Chinese market. I'll be opening it up sooner than later. I don't know when, but pretty soon. My goal may be in May. So right now it's March. So maybe I can start camp in May. I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted for sure. Yeah, but it's great. If you're in China, you're set. Camp 8 will be starting probably at the end of April. So if you're in China and you're not in my camp, you better get in camp 8. Start now. Don't waste time. Uh it's in Greek. I know it's all Greek to you, right? Let's see. So here's my question. If I want to improve my fluency, if I use shadowing technique, will it help me or not? When it comes to my level, I got a 7 on the IELTS speaking section. Just give me some advice. Once again, it's tied to pronunciation. Your IELTS test is going to be tied to your pronunciation. Shadowing does not fix pronunciation. Okay. Repeating does, and a coach does. So your IELTS 7 band, shadowing alone is not going to help you too much. 7 IELTS band, that's pretty good, isn't it? Suddenly I'm forgetting. Yeah. Uh if you got a 7, uh I don't know what you're really worried too much about. Yeah. Like I said, I thought so. That's why I was confused at your question. If your IELTS score is for speaking, if it's a 7, um, your speaking is pretty good. Will shadowing help? I would say repeating will help everybody. I don't care if you're perfect at English. If you're not in an English environment, then every day you should be repeating something. And also, high level people like you should be mimicking. So shadowing and mimicking are things that you should be doing. Shadowing is more for the person kind of at the intermediate, like a 4.5 level, 5 level on the IELTS. If I hate using that, but if I have to say that, that's what I would say probably would be a huge benefit to them. But yeah, your question confused me because uh 7 is a great speaking score for the IELTS. Very good score. Good job. Where are you from? Where are you from? Uh, shadowing. Can somebody? I suggest practicing the Chinese song "The Moon." Oh yeah, I'll find more songs. Actually, the song I like now is Mojito. You look the same since I saw you more than 10 years ago. Wow, that's cool because I'm a lot older. Uzbekistan, and you got a 7? Great job. I have a lot of students from Uzbekistan. Tashkent in the house. We have lots of students from Tashkent. That's cool. What do you think of watching English musicals? They're great. If you enjoy it, watch them. Love them, okay? If you enjoy it. Are they gonna help you with your English? Sure. Are there better but yeah, if you as long as you like it, enjoy it. That's what I'll say to you. How to pass the TEM8. Now for me, it's difficult. You guys, the TEM8 is a Chinese test for teachers of English. Uh, if you have a test in English, right? You got the IELTS test, the CET, the TEM, the TOEIC, the TOEFL, the IBT, whatever test, the college entrance exam, whatever it is in your country. If you have an English test that you will have to take, then my English camp will help you because my English camp is all about communication, listening and speaking. It's not going to help you too much with the grammar, the reading, and the writing because we don't focus on that. We don't focus. Can we teach it? Yeah. If you have a grammar question, I answer it, but that's not our focus. If you're taking a test, for example, the IELTS, you should be doing lots of practice exams, okay? So that the TEM 6 or whatever it is, I'm sure there are practice exams. You should be taking practice exams. Americans don't take the IELTS, and Americans don't take the TOEFL. So your best teacher for those tests is the person in your country. So if you're in Uzbekistan, find an Uzbeki IELTS teacher. They're going to be the best. If you're in China, find a TEMS teacher. They're going to be the best to teach you test strategy because every test has a strategy. Get those teachers. Get the books, get the teachers. However, the English, the communication part, the listening and the speaking, that's what my camp will do. I have so many students that have studied with me in preparation for their tests, every kind of test. Um, I have so many English teachers that study with me, and they don't have tests, but they have to teach you English, and they study with us because we give that foundation. We give such a strong base, a strong bottom, a strong foundation for you. So if you study with us for a year and then you have an interview in English or you have a test in English or you have some presentation in English, you don't worry about the English anymore. You worry about the presentation. You worry about the test. You worry about the interview, but not the English because you're comfortable with the English. That's what we do. We make you comfortable with the English. Okay? That's the idea. There you go. This guy right here says, I will have an English interview. I am worrying about it. So how many months have you been studying with me in my camp? How to join the camp. So if you're in China, it's joining the camp is easy. Go to my profile page, the social media profile page, and you'll see Coach Shane Judy, which means Coach Shane assistant. And you can just contact him. Or anybody can email me and I'll give you the connection. My email, I got to be careful on social media because I can't always say it. Contact at, and now I have to really be careful. Letsmasterenglish.com. So hopefully you guys heard that. I have to be careful on social media. I can't say things because sometimes some social media will cut me off. Hi, Mila. There you go. Mila is a DDM VIP member. How you doing, Mila? Happy to see you on X. She's watching on X. Cool. Great to have you. I live broadcast every day. Yeah, but usually at night. How much is the camp? So for outside China, we haven't decided. We haven't decided the price or when. But you can email us and somebody will let you know. Ricardo, Shane online. That's great. I've been watching DDM from 1 to 272. That is so excellent. Yeah, I just gave it to you. Somebody write my email in the chat, please. Thank you. Thank you. That's right. I quit smoking, Ricardo. I quit smoking this year 10 years ago. 10 years ago. So I'm 10 years no smoking. Isn't that amazing? Thank you. That's right. My birthday's December 22nd. You know all about me, Ricardo. Hi, Baka. Nice to see you. Cambly, man, good for beginners. Good for beginners. ChatGPT, are you kidding? Oh, if you're not using ChatGPT, somebody asks my thoughts on ChatGPT. Are you worried about it in terms of English teaching? Not at all. Not worried at all. ChatGPT is essential. Actually, Mila, are you still here? Addicted. If you're in DDM VIP, and once again, DDM VIP is for high level people. We will be starting ChatGPT challenges next month. I'm really excited about that. Yeah, so you guys are going to have to start using ChatGPT. It's going to be great. I'm really excited. So yeah, that's coming up, baby. If you're in DDM VIP, that's coming up. That's going to be cool. Addicted, male. Addicted. More questions. Give me more questions. Thank you, guys. I see lots of chat. Yes, good. Do I go to church tomorrow? No, I should. I have camp. Can I add my email on my profile? Really? Are you real? Yes, I am. I cannot text to your coach. Why? Good morning, Shine. Hey, how you doing? Can I add my email? So right now you guys, I shouldn't say this, but we're broadcasting on like 10, 11 different places right now. We're broadcasting everywhere around the world. This is really cool. You can't tell by my accent, Sylvia. Who knows what country? I'll give you a hint, Sylvia. This is my hint of where I'm from. That was a hint. Eugene, hello. You are a very good teacher. Your daily English dictation is something groundbreaking. Thank you so much, Eugene. Yeah, daily dictation. That's my baby. It's so popular. People love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's great. Paka Doter, where are you from, Paka? You don't know how much I appreciate your daily expressions. I've learned a huge amount of things. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. Baka, where are you from? Eugene, where are you from? Mila, are you from Estonia? Is that right, Mila? Are you from Estonia? There's always a delay. I have to wait. I ask a question, then I have to wait. Americans are listening too. Yeah, actually, I think not many Americans. Eugene's from Belarus. Welcome. Let me know your country. Where are you from? I want to know what country you're in. Ricardo, Shane, what's the difference between good night and good evening? Great question. Good night means goodbye. Good evening means hello or goodbye. So if you say good night, you're saying goodbye. You're going to bed. If you're saying good evening, you could be saying hi. It's more often hi than bye, but it could be goodbye too. But basically, good evening is more of a hello, and good night is more of a goodbye. Baka Doter from Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan in the house. Bar. Mila, I passed TOEFL 3 times. I scored 77, but it wasn't enough. Now I'm in DDM, and I'm sure I would get it. The IBT test, Mila? Mila, why aren't you in perf? Mila's in DDM, but she's not in perf, and I don't know why. I don't know why. And I've invited her several times, and she says she likes it, but she doesn't understand it. Yeah, well, this is Australian, right? This is Australian, yeah. But no, I'm not from down under. I'm not from down under. I can't speak Australian. Yes, I'm American. Western cowboy in America. There you go. That's right. Uh, can I speak Chinese? Oh, I always forget. Guanju Dianjiang. Guanju Dianjiang. Like and follow. Do you know something about the motor business in the US? The automobile industry? What do you want to know? Not really. I have several cars. Are you from California? Oh no, dude. Do I look like I'm from California? That's cool. California. California. Hey. Uh you your public excerpts from DDMs. DDM members get only new full lessons. Are old full DDMs unaccessible forever? Can some Oleg, yeah, we're packaging them right now. And Oleg, as a member, send me an email and I'll send you some at no charge right now because I'm nice. Okay, Oleg, send me an email and I'll send you some. But we are packaging them. Don't worry. So they're still excellent lessons. Yeah. This is why I say I'm a bad business guy. I'm a good English teacher and a bad business person. But we're fixing that. We're fixing that. Smile more. Let me see. Do you have any advice to keep our throat healthy if we have to talk too much? Boom, 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 boom. Fluids, fluids. And then when you're not talking, don't talk. I drink a lot of fluids. Water. I shouldn't be drinking soda. I shouldn't be drinking coffee. But anyway, fluids. You got to drink a lot. You have to drink a lot. What's the difference between to differ and to differentiate? If you want to differ. To differentiate means distinguish. And to differ, how are they? Um, yeah, to differentiate means to distinguish, and to differ, gosh, we just don't say to differ. Yeah, to differ is simply was different. He was different from this. The second set of data was different from the first. So we say was different instead of differ. So to differ as a verb, we use it, but not so common. Differentiate means to distinguish. Okay. The question was, what's the difference between to differ and to differentiate? We don't use to differ too much. We use to differentiate a lot, and it means to distinguish. To differ is the same thing as was different, usually, the usage. Khan Mahmoud. Coach Shane, I love you from Pakistan. If I get the opportunity to meet the five best teachers in the world, I will meet Coach Shane first. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's really nice. I'm from Kazakhstan, Russia, Estonia, and Costa Rica. You're from everywhere, Mila. Kazakhstan, Russia, Estonia, Costa Rica. And she likes bugs. Can you understand the Chinese questions in the comment section? No, and my assistant is not here. So I sincerely apologize. Um, so I hope that you guys can help each other. Try asking the questions in English, please. My assistant is usually here, but he's not here today. He's not here tonight or this morning. Could you explain the phrase fruit and vegetables. What do you mean? Fruit and vegetables. It's not a phrase, it's just two nouns. Pakistan is currently in Ramadan. That's right. Ramadan Kareem. Exactly right. The world knows. Hi, coach. Can you explain the difference between paradise and heaven? Greetings from Turkey, Istanbul. Well, in America, when we say heaven, we think with God. And paradise can be a beautiful place. Okay. In daily English, oh, it was paradise. It was fantastic. It was a great place. But we can say heaven too. But typically in daily English, heaven is exclusively with God, and paradise can be heaven, but it can be a nice place here on earth too. What do you think is better? Impressive pronunciation and bad accuracy, or perfect accuracy and bad pronunciation? 100% excellent pronunciation. If your pronunciation is bad, I don't want to listen to you. I can't understand you. I don't want to listen to you. It's a headache, too much energy. Forget about it. You got to have good pronunciation. Pronunciation is the key. Fruit and vegetables. Well, you can say fruits and vegetables. Absolutely, you can say fruits and vegetables. No problem. No problem. I have difficulty pronouncing thrive, strive. Yeah, so there's a THS. So when you do a TH sound, your tongue must be between your teeth. Thrive, thrive. When you do the S sound, the tongue is behind the teeth. Strive, strive. So that's the first step. I need to hear you to help you, but step one, thrive, strive. The TH, the tongue's got to be between the teeth. The S, the tongue needs to be behind the teeth. Okay? Home studio. Hey, Country Hajime. Great to have you, Hajime. Yeah, he's my brother from another mother in Japan. Yeah, that's right. I look Texan. You're absolutely right. No, I don't live in Korea. I'm in the US. Do I like tea? Yeah. I like coffee. What's the difference between strainer and sifter? A strainer is usually for water, for juices, and a sifter is going to be for powders, solids. Use a dictionary. Jeez, don't make me be a dictionary. Use a dictionary. If you can't find them, let me know. Bum, bum. Where are you? I'm in my office. Pronunciation is the key. Your class is very interesting. Thank you so much. Thank you. Strive. Good. Would you expand on the difference between spoil and pamper? To spoil is to be really nice, but you're making a monster. So spoiling your children, you're being too nice to your children, and your children are little monsters. Pamper, not really to children, but to a girlfriend. But you can do it to children too, but especially to a girlfriend, to pamper your girlfriend, to be really nice, to make her into a princess. So we spoil children and we pamper girlfriends. That's kind of the idea. Does that help? Does that help you understand a little bit? What's the difference? Yeah. Coach Shane, can you recommend any TV shows to boost my vocabulary? My level is B2. No. To be honest. Um, yeah, I mean, what kind of vocabulary? Vocabulary in general, then I would have to say Seinfeld. But to understand Seinfeld for most people is almost impossible without an English teacher. But that's what I would recommend. Um, as far as a TV show and vocabulary, Seinfeld. And that's pretty much it. Unless you're a doctor. If you're a doctor, then watch House. If you're a lawyer or a judge, watch Law and Order. If you're a physicist, watch Big Bang Theory. I mean, there are some TV shows that might have a benefit for you depending on what you are, what you do. But in general English, in general vocabulary, in regular vocabulary, Seinfeld is the only one I would recommend. Can you say the difference between wave to and wave at? The same thing. I wouldn't worry about it. Oh, I see some Chinese here and I don't speak it. I'm sorry. What do you think of looking up the dictionary while reading? You're going to need a lot of time to finish a book. I don't recommend it. If you're reading a book and you see a word you don't understand, if you see a lot of words you don't understand, stop reading the book. Seriously. Okay? You still need to learn vocabulary. Um, it's going to take a long, long time. All right? But if if your vocabulary is good and you're reading a book and you see a word you don't understand, I would try and guess the meaning and skip it. Just keep going. And then if you see it again, see if you can get the meaning and then keep going. And then if you see it again and you're still not sure, then I would use a dictionary. The 3 times rule is best. But if you're reading a book and there's like on one page, there's like 30 words you don't know, stop reading it. You're going to kill yourself. You're going to kill yourself. Don't do it. Unless you want to. As soon as I find a job, I will take not only DDM, but also perf. Get a job, Mila. I'm teasing. Which of your VIP courses do you think is more applicable for the IELTS in preparation to master all aspects? I don't know. How's your speaking? How's your listening? I don't know. I would actually recommend both. Actually, camp would be good because we do both. Why does George speak that fast? He doesn't. I'll check this show out. Yeah, do it. Thank you very much, Ricardo. What do you think? What do you think I learned the English in Cyberpunk 2077? Is it a good idea? For fun, yeah, but for reality, no. Is it necessary to give dictation before shadowing? I recommend it. It's not necessary, KK, but I recommend it. Dictation is so important. Dictation is so important for low-level people. Dictation will show you that actually English is not too difficult. For high-level people, dictation will show you your stupid mistakes, your stupid grammar mistakes, your stupid pronunciation mistakes. So I don't care what level your English is, dictation is excellent. Make it a game. You should make it a game, but it's an excellent guide to show you your English. So I always recommend dictation. After you do the dictation, after you get the answers, then RSM is excellent. You're on fire. Thank you. Zhao Hua. How can I practice my speaking? So practice makes perfect? No. Because if you practice speaking and you're practicing bad pronunciation or bad grammar, then you're going to be really, 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 really bad. So you don't want to do that. So perfect practice makes perfect. So for people who want to practice speaking, number one, you got to fix your pronunciation. You have to fix your pronunciation. Number two, you have to be confident. You have to. That's my job. I'll make you confident. I'll give you things to do to boost your confidence. You have to. You have to. And I'm good at doing that. So don't worry. If you join my camp, for example, or my perf or whatever, we'll get you there. We'll build that confidence for you. And number three, you need to be able to talk about many different things. Nothing deep, nothing serious, but many different things. Think about your daily life. You talk to your coworker about this coworker, you talk about sports, you talk about a movie, you talk about a TV show. You're listening to a radio broadcast. They talk about some political event. You talk about that with your wife. Nothing deep, just casual. You talk about so many different things during the day in your language. You need to do that. You need to be able to do that in English. The way you talk with your child, the way you talk with your girlfriend or your wife, the way you talk with your boss, the way you talk with your coworker, the way you talk with your friend, the way you talk with a stranger on the street, the way you talk with your grandmother, it's all different. You need to be able to do that. And that's what I create. And how do you do that? It's really difficult. So I created English Camp, and we create this environment for you to do it. So join camp. That's the answer. Find somebody to help you or join camp. William, the question came out broken. Can you explain definitive? What does that mean? DDM, the best TV show. It includes music, news, jokes, and interviews. There you go. That's right. DDM is the best. Why do Indians speak English so fast? They sound twice as fast as a native English speaker. Well, remember, Indians are native English speakers too. Not all of them, but you know, let's find out. What percentage of Indians are native English speakers? What percentage of Indians are native English speakers? I'll bet high. Oh, no, it's very low. But they say most Indians are bilingual. Most Indians are bilingual, but less than a percent are native. It's their first language. But they say 30% are really good. Wow, it's a lot lower than I thought. Anyway, the Indian people in general are very good at English. It's the pronunciation. The pronunciation is very different from American pronunciation. That's why it sounds fast. Their consonants get hit very hard. Uh, and I don't think they necessarily speak fast, but it's just the different pronunciation and the hard syllables. That's what makes it really difficult. Yes, I know. It can be tough. Yeah. Uh, Hire me, coach. I'm a workaholic. I eat nails for breakfast. Hmm. I'll consider it, Mila. Uh, Nathali, is that right? Hi, coach. I appreciate all your dictation videos. I've been using them to improve my skills, and I usually use them with my students. Thank you so much. That is great. Are you an English teacher? Tell me, who do you teach? That's wonderful. I want to practice oral English. Daisy says that. Daisy, if you can, join my camp because so much of the camp is about speaking. It's so important. And we start with great strategies, Daisy. Does anybody want to study Mandarin around you? Then we can exchange with me. Yeah, I don't think I live in the country, so it's a bunch of grandmas and grandpas. So I don't think anybody really wants to learn. They didn't even want to learn French, and I live next to French-speaking people. So Daisy, yeah, we create this English environment so you can speak. I hope you can join. Cauliflower, because the people are the Native American people. I think I missed something. Are you a teacher in real life? Yes, I'm a teacher in real life. I've been teaching English, so I'll tell you about my history. Does anybody? I'll tell you about my history. You are the only gringo a quien la entiendo todo. Greetings. I'm a Chilean living in Spain, Laura. Thank you so much, Laura. When you camp does it starts and it doesn't end. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. What the hell was I going to say? My history. So I started doing radio, American radio. The radio. I was a radio DJ in 1982. In 1982. I was a radio DJ in the US, of course, in Wisconsin. WNBI was the radio station. I started out doing sports, uh, like high school basketball games and football games and stuff like that. Then um, I went to Korea. I was in the army, and the US Army sent me to Korea. And I after work, so when you're in the army and there's no war, when you're in the army, you basically you start more it's you start at 8 in the morning and at 5 p.m. you're done every day. So by 5:30, 6 p.m., I went outside the military base to a bar that I loved because they played rock and roll music, and I love rock and roll music. So I would go there every day, and at the bar, they had a DJ box, okay, and no DJ. So I would go in there, and anybody would go in there, and we would put on records. This is when we had records, and we would play the records of music. And I was always going in there doing the music. And the owner of the bar said, "Hey, do you want to be the DJ here? You can drink for free." So I was like, "Yeah, of course." So I became a DJ again. So I was a DJ at a bar in Korea. "Hello, welcome to the bar, everybody. We got the Moody Blues coming up. After that, Def Leppard. Unter Glieben, Glaunten, Globen." And then I'd play music, and it was great, and it was very popular, and people loved it, and it was good business, and it was lots of fun. And then the owner of the bar said to me, "Hey, my nephew is a college student, and he and his friends are studying English, and they were wondering if they could meet you on a weekend and study English." And I said, "Sure, why not? That's fine with me." This was in 1986, and I was 18 years old, and I had my first English lesson. And from then on, basically, I taught English pretty consistently until today. I left Korea. I went to the University of Minnesota. I graduated Minnesota. I went back to Korea. And at this point, I had begun studying Korean. And I wanted to go back to Korea. And my goal, my mission was to be a radio DJ in Korea. That was my mission. But in order to be a radio DJ in Korea, I had to be fluent in Korean. My pronunciation needed to be perfect. I needed to know everything. Ugh, it was a very difficult task, but that was my goal. That was my goal, to become a radio DJ. After 10 years, I did it. I became a radio DJ on a nationwide radio station, several radio stations. I got into television and movies as an actor. Uh, it was a great broadcasting career. It's exactly what I wanted, and I was successful. I never stopped teaching, but obviously, when you're doing a TV show or a radio show, less teaching. But then I got sick of it because, to be honest, radio and television is not nice. Meaning, you have to drink a lot of alcohol if you want to be popular among the producers and directors. You have to. It's like a law in Korea. I'm serious. I'm serious. So you have to drink a lot. You have to buy a lot of alcohol and stuff. And I just got sick of it. And I started to really hate it. So I quit. And that's when I transitioned to online teaching full time. And here I am today. And this is what I am. So I've been an English teacher since 1986. I've been a radio person, and right now I do a radio show. In the US, I have a radio show every other Saturday. So I've been doing the radio since 1982, television since 1994, voiceover, voice acting since 1994. But yeah, so that's my career. That's who I am. That's my background. And here I am with you. Now I'm here with you. I'm really rich. I'm an English teacher. Have you ever seen a rich English teacher? Have you ever seen a rich English teacher? The US is a relatively rich country compared to Russia, but yes, but are most Americans struggling to buy a house? Yep, very, very tough. They say house prices will drop this year. And that will be good news for lots of people. So, but right now, very, very tough. Very, very tough. Very tough. Japan, Korea, and China are strong practitioners of. Yeah, nepotism is a thing. Is it a thing in China too? Nepotism is huge in Korea. I learned the hard way. Yeah, nepotism. Do you guys know nepotism? The scripts for the podcast, you mean the Let's Master English podcast? Huawei 8. You mean the Let's Master English podcast? I haven't made them available. I will. You're a good teacher. Thank you. Oh yeah, I quit. Yeah, my dream, my dream came true. I was successful. I became a excellent DJ. Yeah, I was successful, and then I quit. Too dirty. What is nepotism? Nepotism means if I'm the boss, I only hire my friends or my family. And if you're not my friend, if you're not from my hometown or if you're not from my family, you're never going to be the boss. Impossible. Even if you're the greatest worker in the world and you're not my relative or you're not from my hometown, you're never going to be the boss. That's nepotism. That's nepotism. And nepotism is big in Korea. They say it's not, but it is, or it was anyway. My wife is an English teacher. Cool. I have a lot of English teachers in my classes. Do native speakers learn English in school? Absolutely. Yes, we do. How did you search the sentences in daily dictation? Well, that's my job as an English teacher. I source things. Xiaomi, yes, I do. Yeah, that's right. Could you speak Chinese? 真的吗? Shama. Pango hifang pima. Easy English expression. We don't have any scripts, but if you click on it and go to the source, there is a script. There's a dialogue. There is a dialogue script. But no, it's podcasts are audio. And I really don't want to create scripts for you. I want you guys to focus on listening. Not with your eyes. I want your ears and your mouth. That's my specialty. That's where my English focuses on. So I hate giving scripts. I have to sometimes, and I do. I even give translations. So if you're Chinese, I give a Chinese translation. I don't like to do that though, but I do. So for my podcast, Huawei 8, I'm sorry. I don't have scripts for that. I do have the dialogues in a script form, and that's available somewhere. I don't know where. But for the Let's Master English, I may make the podcast, the script available. You mean my constellation? I think you mean my zodiac sign. I'm a Capricorn. Have I ever been to China? Yes, several times. You know what's terrible? I've been to China several times, Japan several times. I've been to Indonesia. I've been to Thailand. In Japan, I never ate Japanese food. In China, I never ate Chinese food. In Thailand, I ate Thai food once, and that was enough. In Indonesia, I never ate Indonesian food. Isn't that horrible? I'm not bragging. I'm embarrassed. But let me tell you, I was young. I was in my 20s and my early 30s, and the only thing important to me was alcohol and smoking. That was my life. I would work hard and then I would drink and smoke. That was it. I didn't need to eat. Now, my life, I'm totally different now. Totally different now. Now, I can't believe I didn't eat it. I'm so stupid. But at the time, when I was 30 years old, I didn't care. I didn't care. Just give me a beer. That's all I wanted. Yeah, I had KFC and McDonald's. Seriously. I had KFC and McDonald's. I was a young punk. Mona Skin. Are you Italian? Yeah, young people do stupid things. Exactly. And I stayed young for too long. So now if I travel, believe me, I will be eating the food. Yeah, I'm excited about it. However, it's got to be beef, it's got to be chicken, beef and chicken. Pork maybe, but beef and chicken, spice level, it's got to be down. So if there's beef, if there's chicken, I'll eat it. If it's goat, nope. Sheep, nope. Fish, nope. And it's not that I don't like it. It's I know my body, my system, and my body could react because I'm old. I'm not young anymore. So I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna travel to another, I've had everything. Somebody said DOG. Let me just say, I've eaten everything. Okay. So there's nothing's gonna shock me. Okay. Nothing's gonna shock me. I've eaten everything. So now that I know my body, it's beef and chicken. I'll focus on those two things. Vegetables are okay, but beef and chicken. Noodles, yeah, noodles with beef in there, perfect. Noodles with chicken, you bet. Spicy, yeah, spice level's gotta be down a little bit. I used to love spicy food, but now if it's spicy going in and then 5 hours later it's spicy going out, that's no good. Oh, frog, pig's feet, chicken's feet, chicken butt, DOG, I've had everything. Snake, I've eaten it all. Larva, insects, grasshoppers, I've eaten it all. Fish eyes, I've eaten it all. There's pretty much nothing I haven't eaten. Yes, I've had chicken feet. Not a big deal. Many, many, many times. No way. Stop spreading rumors. Yeah, I've tried everything. I'm not embarrassed to say that. Let's see here. Podcasts are great to improve listening skills. Yes, Daniel, that's exactly right. I've been listening to many of them since 2022, and they really work. Podcasts are great. There's so many different subjects. You can find something that's perfect for you, and you can listen to a podcast. I love podcasts. Uh, yeah, that you should be listening to podcasts. I totally agree. And once again, it's listening. There's no script. You should be like washing dishes, exercising, driving, and listening to a podcast. Don't sit in a chair with a book and listen to a podcast. No, 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 no. Don't do that. If you come to Uzbekistan, you'll definitely love our national meal, Pilaf. I love pilaf. Rice, beef, carrot tastes amazing. Yes. Overall, the food in Uzbekistan is incredibly delicious. I love it. That sounds great. I've also heard Georgian food is great. Does anybody agree? Is Georgian food excellent? I've heard the food in Georgia is to die for. Is that true? Is that true? I don't know. You guys tell me. Na-na-na. 1,000 Years egg, yeah. There's something in Korea called basically the 1,000-year fish. Same thing. Yeah, no problem. I'll eat it because I actually like 1,000-year fish. It's the same as the 1,000-year egg, except it's fish. So it smells like urine. It tastes great. Yeah, stinky tofu, no problem. I'll eat it. I heard Moroccan food is good. Books. That's a personality thing. Yeah. It's what kind of fish is it? It's a hongohe. The Korean name is hongohe. I don't know. I'm looking for it. There you go. Skate. Yeah, the name of the fish is skate. 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 It's very expensive. But I love it. It's really good. Uh and yeah, it smells like urine. But it's great. I love it. Yeah, skate. That's right. That's the name of the fish. Mila says, yes, Georgia food is great. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Yeah, yeah. I like food, but I have to be careful now that I'm old. Which podcast do I recommend? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which podcast I recommend. You choose what you want, okay? Because, maybe you don't like my politics. I like sports. Maybe you don't like sports. What kind of sports do you like? Do you like cooking? Do you like traveling? What is it that you like? You choose your stuff. That's what I recommend. You do you. There's so many podcasts out there. And don't just listen to English learning podcasts. Don't do that. Get into your hobbies. What's your hobby? What do you like? Listen to that stuff. Listen to that stuff. Uh, how to improve fluency quickly? How many hours a day do you have? That's a serious question. I've had people improve their English in 6 weeks. Massive amount. But they invested 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a day. So if you can do that, you can improve really fast. Oh, thank you so much. My t-shirt is vintage now. I know this is now vintage, right? Good lord. Everything I have is vintage. John Logan's. You mean Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan? Yeah, his podcast is very, very famous. Joe Rogan. I don't know about John Logan, but I know Joe Rogan. I'm an English teacher. Mitch from Modern Family. There you go. I'd rather be the dad. English tips? My God, where do I start? Could you tell me the difference between can and can't? I just did a video, Cauliflower, on the can and can't difference. Yeah. Cheems says, how could you learn English if you have a social phobia? That's why camp is perfect because camp, it's live, but it's just you, right? It's just you. Did my room get bright? Why did my room get so bright so fast? What the hell happened? That's weird. Did my room get bright? Anyway, uh Yeah, that's why we created camp. So you're all alone and yet you're in a community. So it's a perfect combination. It's a really good combination. It's a really good combination. Uh, what are podcasts? Podcasts are audio only. Mila, how do you say podcast in Russian? What would you say about American English? I recommend American English. Unless you live in the UK, or if you live in Australia, or if you live in Ireland. If you don't, then study American English. If you live in Australia, yeah, still study American English, but obviously Australian. If you live in the UK, study still American English is beneficial. The reason I say that is because of Hollywood, the TV shows, the movies, the songs, a lot of sports, the big money sports, not all of them, but a lot of them, they're in the US, and the money is where the focus for these people is. And that has a big influence, academics too. That has a big influence on the language. So if you speak with an American pronunciation, say it in Russian, please, Mila. Where to listen? Okay. Um, if you speak with an American pronunciation, everybody around the world knows it because of TV shows and movies and songs, and they just know it. They know it. Um, and that makes your life really easy because people will understand you. I have the luxury of speaking American pronunciation, and I have friends from around the world. I've been to so many places, meeting so many people from so many different countries, and they all understand me immediately. And me, I'm like, oh, what did you say? Oh wow, Australian English is really different. Can you say that again? Oh, what? Oh, I'm sorry. What? I can't understand if they have a strong. My favorite example is Irish. I'm Irish, okay? So I remember the first time I met a real Irish guy was in 1993. And I was at a bar, of course. That's where I go. I went to an Irish bar. It was in Seoul, South Korea. It was called O Kim's. It's at the Chosun Hotel. So I'm at this bar at O'Kim's, and they got an Irish band playing music. Of course, it's an Irish pub. So after the band stopped playing music, I'm a young, dumb guy, and he's Irish. They speak English. So I went up and said, "Oh, that was great. I really love listening to the Irish music." And the guy says, "Oh, you're fucking, fuck." I didn't understand anything. I couldn't understand what except fuck it, fuck it. Only that one word is the only thing I understood. It took me about 5 minutes for me to tune in Irish English. I'm serious. It took me 5 minutes to be able to start to understand what he was saying. It was really strong, the accent. But he had no problem understanding me, and that was so frustrating. It was we were both talking, but only one guy was understanding everything. I have no idea what he was saying. I tried asking yes, no questions. Oh, do you like living in Korea? Oh, yeah, yes. The fuck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can I buy you a beer? Yes. I had no idea what he was saying. It was a nightmare. It was terrible. It was a disaster. And then I realized, wow, he's a native English speaker. He's speaking English and I don't understand. But anyway, the point was he understood me. Have you ever seen not a native speaker who speaks absolutely like a native speaker and never been to an English speaking countries? Yes, Baka. So the question basically is, can a native English speaking person speak like a native speaker without traveling to the US? Yes. Pronunciation wise, absolutely. Absolutely. And children. That's why I say in my camp, I have so many moms and dads, more moms than dads, but so many moms uh, who study with me. So many English teachers too. But anyway, so many moms who study with me. And the reason they study with me is they want their baby or babies to be good at English. And they know they have to start right away, like right away. Start speaking English. And they know mom has to have good pronunciation. She has to have a good understanding of English. So they study with me. They build their English. They build their English and they teach their kid. And those kids, I have several kids, actually, they're dads, specifically all dads. Uh, and their kids, English is fantastic. I mean, they sound like Americans. The older you are, the more difficult that is. The older you are, the more difficult it is to sound like a Native American. It's possible. It's not easy. So once again, my Korean, I started learning Korean when I was 18. It took me 10 years to master the Korean language. But after 10 years, if you listen to me on the radio, you wouldn't know I was American. That's how good my Korean was. Uh, and I was right at the end at 18. And you guys, I studied hard. I practiced Korean every day for hours and hours. And it took me 10 years. Okay. So you can do it, but it's not easy. When you're young, it's easy. I have a friend, the dad is Mexican, the mom is French, and they have a little girl, and she goes to an English elementary school. She's 6. She's fluent in French, English, and Spanish, Mexican Spanish. Perfect, perfect. Uh, and she's no genius. Kids can do it. Kids can do it. Shu Fei says, "Hello, coach. I learned that you resided in Henderson. How long were you there? And did you enjoy your time? I have recently moved to Henderson." Yeah, I lived in Henderson. I actually liked Henderson. My dad still lives in Henderson, um, by Green Valley Resort. Do you know Green Valley Casino? He's over in that area. My accountant, my business is all registered in Henderson. So I like Henderson. I lived in Henderson for I want to say just 1 year. Yeah, I think it was just 1 year. And then I moved to Boulder City. You probably know Boulder City. Boulder City's nice. Yeah, I'm a country guy, so I like the country. So I moved to Boulder City. Have you seen Boulder City, the downtown? Oh, it's so cool. It's really great. That's a nice place. Um, and yeah, so I really Henderson and Boulder City were really nice places. I really liked it. What do you do in Henderson, Shufei? Whereabouts do you live? Yeah. Yeah, I liked it there. It was nice. What's your name? Coach Shane. Coach Shane is on this social media, it's here. On this social media, it's here. Coach Shane. Coach Shane. Uh I don't know what's going on with that. I have to be careful about social media mentioning, so I'm not going to talk about that. Ba bum, ba bum, 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 bum. I like you very much. Thank you. I should probably go. What it means, hipster, hack. Use a dictionary, Mohammed. Don't ask me questions like that. You can look at a dictionary. Hipster means cool, and hack means method to solve. So that's my simple definition. Hipster means cool, and hack means a method to solve something. What happened to the light? Why is the light? Ah, because that turned off. Aha. That turned off That made the light bright. Is that what it is? I think that's what it is. All right. Thank you, Mila, for sharing the podcast link there. I don't know if everybody can see it. That might only be seen on X. Oleg, people are asking, where can I watch your podcast? So if you go, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to go to, I'll go to bing.com. All right. Bing.com. And I'm going to type in the search window, daily easy English expression. Oh my God. They have other crap. There you go. You can find it on YouTube. I would go to the site that says dailyeasyenglish.libsyn. Go there. Go there. And you can see it. Okay. And my other podcast is in Bing search bar. Let's master English and type podcast. Let's master English podcast. Search. And then I would go down to where it says Libsyn. Once again, Libsyn. Libsyn is Libsyn. Libsyn. And then just go there. Once again, it's on iCloud or iTunes and iPack or whatever it is. It's everywhere. You can find it everywhere. It's on Amazon. It's everywhere. Spotify. It's everywhere. Finna means going to. I'm finna go. I'm getting ready to go. Jihad. Finna means getting ready to. It actually means fixing to. Finna. Finna. No, it's soda. It's not beer. Finna actually means fixing to, which means going to. Yes, this is live. Okay, this. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. No, I'm not in Korea. I'm not in Korea anymore. I left. 2 hours. I've been live with you guys for 2 hours. So many people watching. That makes me so happy. Thank you so much. I hope it was interesting. If you asked a question, I hope that I saw it and I was able to answer your question. Yeah, I'll be back. Oh, somebody wrote in Korean. I'll see if I can find it. Um, how many meaning the word cool has? Oh gosh. How can you ask a question like that, Mohammed? But yeah, I'll be live again tomorrow. I don't know what time, but I will be live again tomorrow. So I hope that you join me. And I want to say thank you very much. I'm gonna go back and look at the Korean. 제가 선생님이 얘기하는 걸 알아듣는데 자주로 어떻게 훈련해요? So I can understand what you're saying, but I can't really speak. What can I do? Join my camp. That's my advice. Join my camp. If you're in China, you can do that. You can join my camp. You found my podcast. That's great. Thank you, Mila. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody. Like I said, I'll try and be back tomorrow. It's great broadcasting to everybody and talking to everybody around the world. I really love that. Thank you so much. And Shufei, I'm familiar with Boulder City. Yeah. Yes, the Bighorn Sheep. Oh, cool. Oh, that's now I totally understand why you're in China. MMA fighting is huge. That's cool. Shufei, join me again tomorrow. I'd love to hear more. Yeah, Boulder City is great. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really love your comments and seeing you here. And hopefully, I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care, guys. Daniel says, where can I buy your book? I don't have a book. Isn't that terrible? I don't have a book. What a loser, man. What a loser. Take care, guys. Have a great one, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll finish up here first. What time tomorrow? In China, I'm guessing it will be 11 p.m. I'm guessing 11 p.m. Yeah, thank you. All right. Jai Chen, 88 on this one. And then over here, God bless. I'll say Ramadan Kareem. I hope that's right. I hope that you have a great Ramadan. And thank you, everybody, for joining me. Obrigado. Spasibo. Shokran. Uh, shish. Gracias. I don't know what else I can say here. I'm looking at everybody's name, trying to guess the language to say thank you. But if I miss something, let me know. Thank you guys for joining me. Have a great evening, morning, afternoon, night, whatever it is. And like I said, I'll try and live stream again tomorrow. Rahmat, great. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye. Take care.